Good evening. I'm Bob Poe, and I'm running for governor of Alaska because I think our economy is headed for a cliff. I want to make sure that you and the generation that follows you can build your futures, your family's futures here in Alaska. I'm also concerned that, I began running against Sarah Palin 16 months ago. And I'm concerned in the wake of all the drama that has been Sarah Palin, that the voter is so worn out, so exhausted, that they may just settle for Sean Parnell. And if we're going to turn this economy around, we need much greater vision than that. Now, I came to Alaska in 1981, and since that time, I've served 4 Alaska governors in a wide range of cabinet and sub-cabinet roles. I have been Commissioner of Administration, Deputy Commissioner of Transportation, International Trade Director. I ran the Alaska Energy Authority, ADA, headed up international trade. So I've worked in all sorts of state government roles, but I've also created jobs. I headed up the state's team to bring the FedEx and UPS cargo hubs here. As a consultant, I put together the Alaska Heart Institute, the Anchorage Women's Clinic. A lot of job creation. And what I want to do, my career has been evenly split between the private and public sectors. And I want to apply that kind of skill to developing and diversifying our economy. I came from St. Louis. I started working when I was 11 years old. I worked full-time and went to school at night for 7 years at the University of Missouri St. Louis, a school just like UAA. I got a BS in finance and an MBA. And I did everything from wash dishes to develop the first computer-based modeling program for the SBA to do financial modeling. I am proud to be an Alaskan and to work for the future here. And I want to point out that my wife, the love of my life, Teresa Poe, is also a UAA grad. And she has proudly leveraged that degree into a great career with a multinational company. Now, if you think about the job of government, I think I bring a unique set of skills because the job is about running state government, running the executive branch, and I've done a lot of that, and also developing and diversifying the economy. Because I have actually literally created or helped to create thousands of jobs, and I've been running state government now, solving problems in state government for 30 years. I can't wait, if I'm elected, to apply that knowledge and those skills to being your governor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm going to be looking for a microphone. I'm Ralph Sandals. I was born and raised here in Alaska, mostly in rural parts of the state. I consider King Salmon to be my home, but I lived in Malacala, I graduated from high school in Malacala, which is an Indian reservation by Ketchikan. Lived in Fairbanks, lived in Anchorage growing up. I think that my father was actually in witness protection. I started working at a little air taxi in King Salmon called Penn Air. It was a very small company, used HF radios to contact the villagers around. In 1980, I kept thinking the sooner or later I'm going to get a real job. I'm going to get a real job. And 28 years later, the company had grown into an $80 million, 500-employee company, which is one of the most successful airlines really in the history of the state. For some of the folks with gray hair in the audience, you remember Wheaton and Reed and King Air is along that lines of something. And I'm very proud of the fact that I helped bring that company from a very small air taxi into a mainline airline and a very successful company. I am a far better businessman than I am a politician. I'm an unabashed private sector guy. I make no qualms about that. I'm running for governor because what I see looking long-term in the state is a lack of leadership in this state, both in the legislative branch and in the executive branch. If you look around the economy 10 years from now, we have a decline in tourism right now at about 20%. We have the lowest production of oil. It pays for all the buildings, all the roads, the teachers, the schools, the troopers. Right now, we have 650,000 barrels a day going down the pipeline. It used to be 2.2 million. At the same time, we set policies that are very good for government, but not good for the overall economy of this state. We have the highest operating budget in the history of this state, right now, which was just passed by the legislature, and I'm not talking about the capital budget, that's kind of in the news right now, and there'll be some details, and everybody will yell about who's a fiscal conservative and who's not. The operating budget went up by 10% this year. It'll go up by 10% next year. It'll go up by 10% the year after, and the year after, and the year after. And the oil will continue to decline unless we get some leadership that is willing to say no to some programs and keep the economy of this state going thinking 10 years from now, not 2 and 4 years from now. Because we have a lot of opportunities in this state. We have natural gas, enough gas is re-injected into the reservoir of Prudhoe Bay to light and heat New York every day. It's a tremendous amount of gas that we have. I've got a 15-second notice. And I look forward to your questions that you have.
You know, we're all very lucky to live here in Alaska. I don't know quite what to make of that. Lights out, we all go home. Maybe something I said, lack of time, I'm not sure. But we are really fortunate to live here in Alaska. We've got a constitution that's the envy of the country. We've got a permanent fund that's the envy of the world. And we've just got an incredible place to live. But I just can't shake the feeling that we've been stagnant for too long. If we keep doing what we've been doing, we're going to get what we've got. And ask yourself, what have we got? Have we got a gas fund? Have we got a balanced budget? Have we got strong support for the university? If we want change, if we want to break the stagnation, if we want to realize the potential of this state, we've got to be tough and we've got to be smart. We want things to get better. We've got to be smart enough to make tough choices and tough enough to make smart choices. So I look forward to talking with you for the next couple hours about these subjects. I'm happy to share my resume with you at a later date, but this is really about the questions you have for us. Thank you.